time, effort, and life for the work of God. That's why they have the certificate for those members. We have members who had surrendered already their life to the work of God. That even, sabi nga si Yudina, pagkatapos ko niya, pag-retire ko, sa gawain na naman ako. Sabi ko, hindi pag-retire. You know, Christians, when you decide to give your life to God, you do not wait for another year or two. You do not wait for a day or another day or a week. Listen, Christian, once God give you an impression that the work of the Lord is more important than any other work in His Word, decide at once and do it right at the time that you decided. We do not wait for a year or two. For God said, sabi ng Panginoon, what is your life? It is just like a what? A vapor. That what? That appeared for what? A little time. Then what? It vanisheth away. The book of James is telling us. Sabi ni James, mga kapatid, huwag mong sabihin, bukas, pupunta ako doon, o pupunta ako doon. Rather, he said, in James 4, ang sabi niya, if the Lord wills. If the Lord will allow it. If the Lord will permit. Listen, Christian, we do not say, tomorrow, I'm going to obey God. Listen, tonight, sabi ng Panginoon, I'll require thy soul. You think tomorrow will still come to you? Darating pa ba sa iyong bukas? At maghihintay ka, bukas na ako maglilingkod sa Diyos. Ayusin ko muna lahat ngayon. Bukas na ako maglilingkod. No, Christians? Huwag mong ipagpabukas ang magagawa mo ngayon. Huwag mong ipagpabukas ang magagawa mo ngayon. James in the same book, in 4:17 is telling us, ang sabi sa atin, sino man nakakaalam na gumawa ng mabuti, hindi niya ginawa, siya ay ano? Nagkakasala. To him that knoweth to do good, and doeth it not, to him it is what? Sin. To him it is sin. I told Brother Gary this morning, sabi ko sa kanya, every Christian, I'm happy for what he asked. Pastor, do I need to start a church? I need to start one. Sabi ko sa kanya, wow, I love to hear that. I love to hear that. Because that should be the desire of every Christian. Ang gamitin ng Diyos ang buo niyang potential sa gawain ng Diyos. All our potential. You know, in God's system, in God's army, as a soldiers of the Lord, you are already enlisted. Every Christian are already enlisted in the God's army. Am I right? You are now soldiers of the Lord. Some of us are soldiers again. I hope you will not become soldiers again. I pray that we will always be a soldier of Christ. Amen? We will not be enjoying singing that song. Soldiers again. We are soldiers again in the army of the Lord. I hope nobody in this church will enjoy that song. That means you have retracted from the first stage you have. Thou hast left thy what? First love. And God is offended of that. God is offended. You read the book of Revelation, you'll find that God is offended of those people who are happy that they have slide back? In other words, backslide. And the pleasure of God is not in there. Though when you fall, God is always there for you. But do not enjoy that you are always there. Bagsak ng bagsak ang buhay mo. Don't enjoy the status. Be consistent before God, amen? Be consistent. And God had enlisted us in the army. And in the army of God, in the system of God, God said there is a what? Promotion. He promotes. Promotion comes from where? From the Lord, from above. Right in the system of God, He promotes. And let us seek to be promoted in the highest. Let us seek to be promoted. Promotion is done through our performance. It is not through white horse. Sabi nila, kinakailangan na niya may puti kang kabayo para mai-promote ka. Huh? You know, in the army of God, in the system of God, hindi mo kailangan ang puting kabayo. Alam ng Diyos ang ginagawa mo. Amen? And when you are performing well in the work of God, God shall promote you. Yes. God shall promote you. In the system, no one is promoted without being part of it first. I don't think there is one from outside the army that will be promoted. In the army, in the rank, He will only promote what is within. Iba yung entry. Mayroong sinasabi tayo, unilateral entry. No? That's just an entry. It's not a promotion. Am I right? But you see, promotion comes from above. I told Brother Gary, I love that. I love to hear that. That should be the desire of every Christian to be promoted in the church of God. Not just to sit down there and sabi nga ako'y masaya na, just sitting down, listening. Masaya na ako niyan, Pastor. Masaya na ako niyan. I'm contented. I'm relaxed. At aawit pa. Sabi niya, I shall not be moved. I shall not be moved. Wow! Wow! Enjoying singing. I shall not be moved. Pagdating ng offering, wala siyang ginawa. I shall not be. Hanggang offering lang. And he said, my ministry in the church is the giving ministry. I have not heard that in the Bible. Everyone are commanded to give. Amen? Yes. Some people think that they can buy service to God. You cannot buy the service that is demanded by God. No amount of money can be in exchange of the service demanded from us. God said, too much is given. Much is what? Required. Do not say that you have the giving ministry just because you are giving more than what others are giving. In the church of God, it's proportionate. Wala ditong sinasabing, si maliit magbigayan at si malaking magbigayan. You have 1,000. You give 110. And the other one had 10,000. He gave 200. Sabi ng Panginoon, sino nagbigay na mas malaki? Yung nagbigay ng 200 na may 10,000 o nagbigay ng 110 na mayroon siyang 1,000. Sino mas malaking binigay? Nagbigay na mababa sa amount. People are always looking on the amount. They count the amount. But may I tell you, Christian, it is not the amount that counts. It is the quality of our giving. Is it right before God? Is it an act of obedience? Or is it a showmanship? Giving, Christian, must be done according to God's Where?